Hi guys, it's me, Teacher Diana. In this video, you will find the instructions that you have to work in this week from September 21st to 25th. Don't forget to deliver your work no later than Friday at 1 p.m. Any additional information, you can contact me by Educar or email. Okay guys, so let's start on page 299. Here you will find a look at Here it is a reading about London, the city of arts. Take a few minutes for you can read this important text. When you finish to read, look at the pictures and brainstorm what you see and what you feel about them. Try to connect them with what you already know about art venues in London. Now let's pass to the second exercise. You have to work in individual way. You have to fill this table with some examples of British art forms. You may need to search some information on the internet for you can work and complete this part. On the page 300, you will find a reading. You have to read the informal email. The subject for this email is stop motion filmmaking workshop. What is this about? Take a few minutes for you can know more about this informal email. When you finish to read, you are ready for wordy exercise. In the first one, you have to circle the correct answer to each question. This information is according to the previous reading. In the second one, you have to read the text again and answer the following text. Okay, this information you will find on the informal email. Remember, explicit information is something that is clearly stated and leaves no room for confusion or questions. Example, she only took 2 small chocolates and left the rest for her siblings. Implicit information can only be implied or suggested in the text. It is not clearly stated. Example, she wasn't greedy. On page 301, we have visible thinking, analytical thinking, separating in parts. In this case, you have to look at the graphic organizer. Which other subclasses of art can you think of according to the classification shown here? Complete with your ideas. So we have to complete this graphic organizer with form of art: visual, performance, and literary. For example, visual, it could be pictures, draws, paintings. Performance, it could be theater, movies. In literary, it could be biographies, novels, etc. Complete with your ideas this graphic organizer. On the page 302, you will find everyday writing. Now you have to review the email on page 300 again and answer the questions. The number 1 says, what kind of information should you include before actually starting your email? For example, it could be the email address, the subject. That are some examples. Number 2, what information can you include after writing the email? In this case, it could be your farewell or your signature. In the activity number 2, you have to fill in the chart with examples of the parts shown in the letter on page 300. Then it means that you have to write the information that is the opening, the body of the email, and the closing of the email. Okay, write the information that is on the email in page 300. Some useful expressions to write an invitation are: we are planning to, and we hope you will be able to come. Would you like to come? Go to see with me at the weekend. I was wondering if I'd like to go with me. Could you let me know if you can join me at? What are you doing next weekend? We are going to visiting if you'd like to come. In this page, you will find a portfolio activity that you have to work. That consists, you have to write an email to a friend of yours, invited him or her to a concert or a cultural event that will take place in your city. Your email should include description of the event, reasons you think your friend would like to attend, some expression from this page, some vocabulary and grammar structure of the unit. Okay, you can use the email on page 300 as an example. On the page 303, you will find the vocabulary builder page. In this case, you have to listen the vocabulary list. For you can do that, you have to enter to the AMCO platform for you can reproduce the track 42. You have to repeat and pronounce with your best intonation. Then you are going to complete the chart with the vocabulary words. You have to check your answer for you make sure that are correct. In this case, you have to write the words that are nouns, here the words that are adjectives, here the words that are verbs, and last, the words that are adverbs. That it means that you have to classify the words from the vocabulary aid according what they are. The last activity is very funny. You have to use the number code below to decode the hidden message. Okay, each letter has a number and you have to write the letter that corresponds for each number for you can know the hidden message. And this is all for this week, guys. Remember, think positive and positive things will happen. Have a nice week. Bye.